If you are enjoying this content, please like, subscribe. If you would like to get a cozy, slumbering seagull t-shirt, please click on the link below. Thank you. After taking care of the bird, Silas went over and picked up the staff. It glowed in his hand, and then the glow dimmed down, making the staff appear almost normal. They continued on their journey. As they were walking, the boys began to talk. So, do you read a lot of comic books too? Silas asked tentatively, hoping to find some common ground. Leroy glanced down at him, a hint of a smile on his face. Comics? No, not really my thing. I'm more into action movies and video games, you know? He paused, then added, but hey, whatever you're into is cool. We all have our own interests. Silas felt a pang of disappointment, but then Uma's soothing voice chimed in. There's a beauty in all pursuits, dear ones. Silas, your love of comics speaks to your imaginative spirit. Leroy, your thirst for adventure is equally admirable. The angel's words put Silas at ease, and he looked up at Leroy with newfound courage. What kind of video games do you play? I've been trying to get into more of those lately. Leroy considered the question for a moment. Well, I really like the ones with a good story, you know? Where you get to explore these epic worlds and make choices that impact the outcome. He paused, then added, hey, maybe we could play some together sometime, if you're interested. Silas felt a surge of excitement. Really? That would be awesome. He couldn't believe Leroy was actually inviting him to hang out. Uma smiled warmly at the boys. As they continued their journey, Silas and Leroy found themselves engaged in lively conversation, sharing their hopes and dreams, and slowly but surely, a genuine friendship began to blossom between them. Uma, Leroy, and Silas trudged through the dense jungle, sweat beading on their brows as they searched for the elusive chest containing the golden staff. Hunter, the wolf, and Atlas, the leopard, padded alongside them, alert and watchful. Suddenly, Hunter's ears perked up, and his nose twitched. He let out a low growl, trying to warn the group. However, the pirates were already too close. The direction of the wind had masked their scent until they were nearly upon them. By the time Hunter could alert the others, it was too late. Ambush! Leroy shouted as pirates burst from the underbrush, cutlasses drawn. Hand over the emerald staff, the lead pirate snarled, his eyes fixed on Silas. Chaos erupted. Hunter lunged at the pirate's leg, while Atlas pounced on another, claws extended. Silas swung the emerald staff, using it to parry blows as best he could. A pirate lunged for the staff. His grimy hands grasped it. Silas jerked it away, stumbling backwards. As he did, the emerald staff began to glow with an otherworldly light. What? Silas gasped as the staff suddenly dematerialized in his grip. When it faded, Silas found himself encased in battle armor. Leaves and vines etched into the gleaming metal. The mediocre pirate sword in his hand transformed, elongating into a magnificent greatsword. Silas felt power surging through him, his connection to the plant life around him stronger than ever. Instinctively, he thrust out his hand. Vines erupted from the ground, entangling several pirates. Trees seemed to bend to his will, their branches swatting at the attackers. But Silas was far from mastering his new abilities. He swung the great sword clumsily, nearly losing his balance. His commands to the plants were erratic, sometimes missing their targets entirely. Two pirates managed to throw a heavy net over Hunter, quickly bundling him into a sturdy cage. Atlas suffered a similar fate, trapped in another cage despite his fierce struggles. "Hunter! Atlas!" Uma cried out, trying to reach their animal companions. "Silas, we need to go!" Leroy shouted, dispatching a pirate with a well-placed kick. Leroy pointed to a ravine nearby. "There's a bridge!" The trio fought their way towards a thin, rickety wooden rope bridge. As they retreated on the swaying structure, Silas's armor clanked loudly, his steps unsure. "Keep moving!" Leroy urged, as the pirates regrouped and gave chase.